What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. So an incident happened on May 28th that I have not talked about in any of my videos yet. So I guess you could say I'm a little late on this one, because the whole internet was talking about it, but I wasn't yet. So even though I'm a little late, here goes, I'm going to talk about it now. The incident in the Cincinnati Zoo, where a child breached the barrier of a gorilla enclosure, and zoo officials shot the gorilla. And after a gorilla went over to the child, zoo officials shot the gorilla. Something that was just absolutely fucked up on everyone's part, really. But I figure now is actually a good time to make a video about this, because the gorilla exhibit has reopened, this time with a new barrier. That's right, the Cincinnati Zoo has reopened the gorilla exhibit with a new barrier. One that's more secure, they say. And in my opinion, spending money they didn't need to spend. I tell you what, reading this story has to involve the dumbest bunch of assholes that I've ever heard about in my life. First you had the parents in this situation, which didn't watch their kids. One of their kids gets loose, gets into the gorilla enclosure at the zoo, and the gorillas, naturally curious, go over to the child. Children are little monsters anyway, and I wouldn't want them because they are way too much responsibility, they're too rambunctious, they cost way too much money, they're just a big fucking headache. But whatever, that's my opinion, and that's why I don't want kids. But if you're gonna have kids, you should definitely try to keep an eye on them, especially when you're out in public near a gorilla enclosure. My opinion, if you're at the zoo and your kid gets eaten by an animal, that's your fault for not watching the kid. But of course, they don't consider this the parent's fault at all, and nobody's pressing charges against the parent. Well, that's total bullshit, don't you think? The gorilla was shot, and the zoo says they don't regret their decision in shooting the gorilla. Which they totally should, because the gorilla was just doing what any animal would naturally do if something was dropped into its enclosure. Going over to it, checking it out. If I'm in my house and I hear something go thud, damn right I'm gonna go check it out and find out what it is. Like the gorilla did in its house. So to speak, house. But the Cincinnati Zoo shot the gorilla. Big mistake on their part, whether they want to admit it or not. Now they spent a bunch of money putting a new barrier in, to keep anyone else from getting in the gorilla enclosure. It's such bullshit. The whole incident is bullshit. Look, I've said this before and I'm gonna say this again. If you can't keep track of your kids, you should probably put your kids on a leash. Or in a cage. My opinion, that parent should definitely be charged with something for not watching their kid. Because if the parent was watching their kid, then an innocent gorilla wouldn't have lost their life. Also, if the zoo had used better judgment, the gorilla wouldn't have lost his life. Did they not have tranquilizer darts? Maybe they could have tranquilized the gorilla. And even in that case, the parents still should have been charged. But of course, everyone's trying to back the decision. We had to shoot the animal to save the child. Well, you know what? I am all for survival of the fittest, and the child that goes into the gorilla enclosure might not come out alive, and you know what? That is the parent's fault. Just saying. Don't have kids if you're not going to watch them. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. If you like this video, go down below, hit the like button, hit the comment button, leave a nice comment for me, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, be sure to click on this little subscribe button right here, because I'm going to be back next week and every Friday with another video for you guys. So until next week, I'm Joe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!